Who's ready for some alpha? We're going to be talking about payments on Solana. Cool. Yeah. My name's John, co-founder and CEO of Artemis. We are a very much fintech stablecoin nerd data team. We serve Tether, Circle, Visa, PayPal. And I'm about to unveil some really cool alpha for this room that I think you guys will appreciate. So question. How do we actually know that Solana is winning in payments? We see that Solana is partnering up with Cash App, which does $280 billion of volume every single year, and Western Union that does $150 billion. But like, how do we track that payments are actually moving on chain? So in the fintech world, we have this metric called total payment volume, and Stripe reports every year that they do, more recently, $1.4 trillion a year in total payment volume. So how do we actually get that in crypto? And the secret is you cannot get it on chain. So Artemis, we're the only data provider in the whole world where we work with payment service providers, exchanges, on the ground, stablecoin players to calculate how much of volume on chain is actually real payments. And this is not new alpha, but we released earlier this fall that there's about 120 billion of payment volume that's happening on chain. And B2B payments is growing the fastest, nearly 4x year on year. And this is a chart that you can find on stablecoin.fyi. So this is a report we did earlier this fall. So the question is, like, how do we calculate total payment volume on chain? Like, how do we take what Stripe is doing to on chain and calculate that? So basically, the TLDR of our methodology for total payment volume for blockchains like Solana, we look at payroll disbursements, so like payroll-like types of activity, cross-border payments, which is a big part of stablecoin activity, domestic transfers, card processor volumes, peer-to-peer activity. And what we remove are things like DeFi, trading, airdrops, MEV, that type of stuff. So that way we actually get real payment volume on chain. And so here's the alpha. So first unveiled here at Breakpoint, if you look at Solana today, this fall, Solana is approximately 5 to 6% of all B2B payments that are happening on chain. And stay tuned for some more. We'll be launching an official dashboard out in Q1, so you can track real payment volume across all the different chains. And so what? Why are we here? Why do we care about what we're doing? I think this is a pretty important slide. The Western Union CEO was saying, hey, look, we ended up picking Solana because they were just the right choice. And I think we similarly view that in order to see that Solana is actually winning this war and winning payments and a lot of real activities moving on chain, the only way to do that is with TPV. If this interests you, shoot me an email. We're going to be launching in Q1. Thanks so much. Appreciate it.